Oh, let you lola siva. Oh, vaya la chine manaya. Alana ofu esere ila. If I pay a mana polina. Oh, chi mama tamata. Ya oi, all the taisala. Chi what you wanga. Oh, let's come all ya lava change. Manaya. Change la lele. Esse foi na meu pai, ei, nas fora, oh, Vandora, ei, nas fora, won't you come along with me? Matata siya utigara Aeteleke amailama Isiya tangatapa atara Ua umane ola siba Ua epo aina Ua taumai aila Letele mana letama Ole ya lava Tele manaya Tele la lele Tele esse foi na meu pai, ei, nas fora, oh, Vandora, ei, nas fora, won't you come along with me?
Welcome back to BluTable Talanoa. Talofa love and hello and welcome back to another day. Unfortunately, Bear will not be on the show today, so it's myself and Hannah, and we have an amazing special guest today. We've got the beautiful Reese from Nesian Bites. So yes, guy, it is going to be a full episode about food, so it's going to be amazing. Now, Nesian Bites creates gifts, grazing platters and tables with a touch of Polynesian for all your special events. Now, doesn't that sound amazing?
Yeah.
And it's making me hungry as well, to be honest.
Yeah, I love food.
Now, Reese, would you like to tell us a little bit about like Nesian Bites?
Sure. So Nesian Bites is taking, I know that a lot of us, you know, when I go to events, when I'm setting up, people always do that. Oh, grazing is for Palangi's. That's only for white people. Yeah.
Because it's only like nibbles.
Yeah, because it's only nibble size. But, you know, back in 2017, I went back to the islands, and while I was walking around the market, I said to my mum, oh my goodness, the grazing concept has always been within our Pacifica Islands, because I saw people sitting down on the ground with their coconut leaves on the ground, and they had their vegetables, they had their kalo, they had their fruits on it, and that was the concept grazing for me. So I was like, man, we've always done this. Our our ancestors done this. This is how. Because I was like, it's nothing new, and that's what I think. I want people to. I want it out there that it's nothing new. It's not a new concept. We've had it. Yeah, we've always had it. That's how our ancestors.
Yeah.
We didn't have any plates or spoons or forks or tables, back in the days.
Sustainability.
So the grazing, the grazing concept was always there. It's just resurfaced, and we've just ran with it.
Now, I did forget to ask, because I know everyone is dying to know. So you were born in Samoa?
I was born in Samoa.
And which villages are you from?
I am from Levi Moa, Alessio, and Tufuoka.
Beautiful. So for all you guys that are also from there, you probably have seen her before or know of her and her family. So what really inspired you to start Nesian Bites, apart from what was really that plunge to go I'm going to go for it, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to open it up?
I always knew, I think growing up, I always knew I wanted to do business. I wanted to have my own small business, but I didn't know what business I wanted to get into. And a lot of my family members had already taken stuff that I wanted to do, so I was like, I can't do that. So I decided on food, and I had to really find what it was that I was passionate about. And I'm not a chef by trade or anything, but I am a caterer by trade, and so when my son was born, I didn't know which avenue I was going to go down with food, but it happened naturally for me. When my son was about 1, I just saw that he wasn't a type to sit down and have a full-on meal.
Mm-hmm.
He would snack and he would, graze. And so before I went to work, I would create small, colourful platters or have fruits and all sorts of things in it, so that it was still given the nutrition that he needed, but colourful. And I think it started from there. And I remember posting it onto my Instagram page, and then a family member emailed me and said, "Can you bring this platter to my son's birthday?" And that's how it started. Yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome. And you know that if all the little ones and your sons and your daughters approve of what you're cooking, then it's got the stamp of approval. Honest, yes.
And so it was a snowball effect from there. And I think people just started sharing it. And I thought to myself, man, this is what I'm passionate about. I'm just gonna start a business.
So how do you, because you've mentioned you're a mum now, how do you kind of balance being a mum and also a successful businesswoman?
Oh, God.
No, we are going to call it for what it is. It has been successful. So.
It is hard. It's definitely hard, but you have to find that balance.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a stage where I ended up in hospital because I was running on about 3 hours sleep every day.
Oh my
Because I would get up at 5 o'clock, do my orders, deliver them, go straight to work, finish work, go get stock and go back home, bake for the next day. That was my life for about 12 months. But I was starting off then. I didn't really have any help apart from mum, but now I've got it under control. I know exactly what stock I need to get, and I know that Thursday I need to get this, and then Friday I need to get my props ready. So I've got a system going, and you have to prioritize, otherwise you'll just go crazy. So that's the secret, prioritize.
Okay, there we go for all you procrastinators out there, and I'm not ashamed to admit that I am a procrastinator myself.
Yep, we all can be.
Make sure that you prioritize. And so for people that are wanting to kind of start up their grazing business, because it has become a very big thing here, especially in New Zealand, what are kind of like the tips that you will suggest?
The first tip that I would suggest, when I first started, a lot of people were selling, just selling on Marketplace, selling on Instagram, which is awesome. Look, I'm not saying otherwise, but for us, registered business, and there's a lot of when you're wanting to get into the food business industry, there's a lot of stuff that you need to do legally before you even start selling, like verification. You need to register as a food business, and Auckland Council want to know everything about your business, where you're prepping it,
so many regulations,
how you're prepping it, so many regulations, how you're prepping it, who you're selling it to, how you're delivering it, and where you're storing it. There's a lot of things that you have to. And I guess for me, it was hard when we first started because, a lot of my customers would turn around and say, but I can get the same thing from my cousin who sells it, on Marketplace for $2 less than you.
And how do you deal with that?
They don't realise, and I'm honest with them. Yeah. But is your cousin a registered food business owner? No, but I mean,
no, but
let's go there, right?
No, but straight up.
But I think it's important for our people to push for that. I mean, look at COVID. That's how important food safety is now. That's how COVID started. It was so yeah.
And I just wanted to ask, is there anything you do different with your grazing tables or boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would that be?
I always like to. Who I am in the industry is really important, and I always like to add a bit of who I am. And you'll see if you do see my tables, I add a lot of our pawpaws, our coconuts, our frangipani, hibiscus flowers, because it just reflects and it reminds me of home. And I think the big difference as well is my mum, who stands behind the kitchen. Everyone thinks that I'm the cook. No, I do not cook. It's really my mum.
Awesome. So we'll just roll some photos of what of her work, the creativity behind all of this. So,
I'm really excited to see this because, as you mentioned, it has a Polynesian twist. Now we're also speaking Polynesian portions.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I love. Like, I love the big portions.
Oh,
Do
there we
you?
go.
I really do.
Okay.
That looks so good.
Oh, wow. Now, the first thing I do notice is that it is just very colourful and it's very attracting to the eyes, isn't it?
I love it. You know what? I said this to Bear earlier. I said, I love grazing tables,
Oh, yum.
but there is just some food that like islanders are le masangi to.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad that you've put in a lot of the foods that we actually eat.
Oh, yum.
Sorry to be
I love the way that
you
you've cut up the fruit and displayed it and all of that and the
Yeah.
different levels. Oh,
And it actually looks
yum.
nice and tidy. I kind of don't like it. Oh, here's me being a critique again. I kind of don't like it when it's all scrunched up, if you know
Oh,
what
yeah,
I mean. So I
yeah, I know
really
what you
like it.
mean.
It's so beautiful. How long have you been doing this for?
Since 2017.
Oh,
Yeah.
yum.
Wow, look at the sushi.
Oh, yum.
And the chicken. Is that chicken nibbles?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know?
I think I'm giving away that
I'm
I'm
like,
hungry.
yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
You're doing it right when you've got chicken.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying, yeah. I
well
love
done, Lucy.
chicken.
This is great. See, now I'm going to be honest, this is the kind of grazing table I would personally buy because I've been to a lot of events, you know, and seeing grazing tables, they look amazing, but then there wasn't something that you're like automatically attracted to.
Yeah.
But for this, for sure.
And
I
half
would
the
buy
time
it.
they leave like half the food there because not many people are interested in the food that's
I know.
on the
and I'm
grazing
like,
board.
also, I don't like wasting food.
No.
Yeah.
Now, for those that are already thinking what we're thinking is, how can we order from you?
You can. There's my emails. Oh, well, we're on Instagram. We are on Facebook. We also have our website, which is www.nesianbites.co.nz. You can flick us an email on any of those avenues and we'll get in touch.
Awesome. Now, you may be thinking she's already amazing. She's a mom and she is the owner of Nesian Bites, but she is also working a 9-to-5 job, guys. Now, that's nuts. Like,
Yeah.
how do you even fit everything in?
I don't know. I really don't know. One thing that does help though is my faith. I
Yeah.
find that
That's so
my faith
beautiful.
helps me. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't even know how I'd be able to do
Yeah.
it. But and the other thing is the support, my family support, my unit. Nesian Bites is made up of a lot of family members. So. Yeah, and they all help out. So yeah, thank you, Mum, Dad, cousins.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, it's always good to have a great support system.
Yeah,
eh?
it is definitely.
But just before we get into our next segment, we're just going to go on a quick ad break and we'll be right back and we've got so much more to share with you guys.
Move it, body, body, move it, baby. Move it, body.
Now, first of all, on behalf of LJ Hooker Now, we'd like to welcome you all to 8 Oracal Road here in popular Pepatoe, Mangere East border. Ladies and gentlemen, would someone like to start me out with an opening bid? 1,400,000, 1.4 million, 1,550,000, 1,660,000 going once,
7-1.
1,701,000.
Yeah.
So there we are, it's on the market, ladies and gentlemen. The property's to be sold to the highest bidder. 1,900,000 now. 1,900,000. No, 1,922,000. 1,550,000. Is that right, Tangaloa? All done. 2,010,000. Sold. Congratulations. 2,010,000.
We were really happy with today's result. We're over the moon with the final outcome from today. I definitely recommend Team Tagaloa, and they've been amazing to work with.
Welcome back, guys, and yes, if you have just tuned in, we have the beautiful and very intelligent Reese from Nesian Bites. I will give credit where credit is due. And she did mention just before this break that because she is the owner of Nesian Bites. She's a full-time mum, and she also works a 9-to-5 job. So just like me, I'm sure you guys are thinking, how does she do all of this and still look as beautiful as she does,
Exactly.
right? Because if it was me, I would have like major eye bags.
You'd look like me. Tired.
But she did mention one of the things that keeps her going is her faith, and I found that really interesting because I've spoken to like other CEOs that are also very successful, and they say that it's their faith that keeps them going, and also their family and their support system.
Yeah.
So
which is really purpose.
Yeah.
Doing something purposeful.
Yeah.
yeah.
And you know, speaking about faith, obviously as a busy woman, you go through a lot of trials and hardships. So what are the kind of like, you know, hardships you faced over your journey in business?
I find it's the balance for me because I do quite a few things. So yeah, it's finding that balance between business, between a full-time mum, and between your full-time job. But like I said, when you're passionate about something, you'll find ways to make it work. And it is really important to have that support. And I find, like I said before, my faith helps me. Also, when we first started, it was really, really hard to find good help. So always put your hand up. Especially in the food industry, because there's so many things that you have, so many hoops that you have to jump through to get registered and stuff, and it's not cheap as well. It's quite expensive to have your food registration and verification done.
Yeah, exactly. And I was just thinking about all of the regulations and things that happen before. It's actually quite a hard process.
It is.
And I've worked in hospitality. So I worked in hospitality for like 5 years, like as a waiter, back of house staff, cleaning cutlery, you name it, I was there. And I loved it. I actually enjoyed it. Seeing people like even setting things up like that was really hard. But I definitely know the hard work that goes on behind the scenes. Long hours, and just being able to provide the standard that's required on a government level is a lot. Yeah. So definitely right about the the whole marketplace. This whole marketplace thing.
Yeah, but I find that was the most challenging thing for us when I first started, was getting answers out of Auckland Council was. But got there. We got there in the end, and I had to apply for stuff to get what we wanted. So thank you to the Kitchen Project that helped us out with our verification, and just helped us with avenues to get there and stuff.
So when you are going through all these challenges, right, how do you kind of de-stress?
I de-stress by spending time with my kids. Like, I know it's weird.
Love it. No,
I know
I've
it's
heard
weird,
that,
but
That's not weird at all.
I know some people are like, really?
It's probably because they don't have
you're
kids.
actually right.
But because I work full time and I run the business in the weekend, it's very, very rare for me to be spending weekends with my kids. So when I do have a free weekend, man, embrace it, and I try not to worry about email, try not to worry about updating socials and stuff, but I
think
find that
is
it
a key.
helps
Sometimes
me.
they just kind of switching off from everything and just being present in the moment.
Yeah,
and how do your kids kind of like cope with it all? Because if they don't really see you often, how old are your kids?
So one is 17 going to 21, and the other one's 7 going to 10. My kids are used to it now. Our kids are used to it now, and I think it helps because my husband is home. Like if I'm doing a job, husband steps in, and also my mum is home. She is the massive help, fuel to the business. So yeah, thanks, Mum.
Thanks, Mum, and thanks to your husband as well. Throw a shout out to your husband. We didn't forget about you either. So like, have your kids, because I mean, they would have grown up seeing your grind, seeing your hustle, and seeing your ambitions. Have they kind of also shown interest in kind of starting their own businesses?
My son is. But he thinks he's getting a wrestling business, so he's into wrestling.
There we go.
Well, that's not even. I don't know where he got that idea from. Our girl, I think she's going her own. I think she wants to do her own business. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Very driven.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing. Wrestling. I'm just still kind of like hung up on that, like how he kind of got like grazing balls to like wrestling.
No, but you know what? He doesn't. All my son does in the weekend to help is take our props.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He's not really involved, and it's weird because all the kids love my grazing boards. My son's total opposite. He won't eat it.
You can just send it
He
our
keeps
way
me
and we'll
humble.
eat it for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we will be heading into a break very shortly, and we're going to be talking more about the specifics of the hardships on your journey.
And also wanted to know, what's your long-term plan from now? Because it's natural for businesses to plan long-term wise. Like, what would your goal be, or what are some of the things we want to achieve? But we'll definitely discuss that.
So all of that and more after the break. So don't leave.
Trying, I know there's something's wrong. Every time the DJ decides to play, it's go up in the air. Everybody chanting, doing the boogie, oh what an atmosphere. But all I hear, hey, yo. Baka 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 baka. I hear it singing. Baka 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 baka. Chanting, singing, waka waka. Even when I move a little closer, waka waka. Put my head up closer to the speaker, waka waka. Turn up the radio louder, waka waka. Everybody come and join the party. Shake your body, body, shake your body, body. Move your body, body, move your body, body.
Welcome back, guys. And wasn't that a really fun song? We were just sitting here at the table, just boogieing into it. So it's really cool. So yes, guys, we do have the beautiful Reese here. And before we get back to her, we're actually going to play you a highlight video of the cultural photo shoots that we've been having here at Blue Wave.
Yes.
You're in for a treat, right?
Absolutely. So Blue Wave has, for the last few months, have been doing cultural photo shoots where you come in with you and your family and we dress you up in cultural attire. You can bring your own cultural attire and we take some amazing portraits that will last forever. So what we're going to do is we're just going to show you guys a video that we've done which encapsulates everything we've been experiencing with those photo shoots in the last few months.
Enjoy.
My experience with the photo shoot today was amazing.
Experience was really, really interesting. Felt really warm.
It was my first time, so it was very cool and very special because I did it with my family.
This was something that we've always wanted to do.
It was our first, I think it was our first time ever doing a photo shoot together.
My experience today at this photo shoot was really beautiful.
I loved it. I loved it a lot.
I enjoyed dressing up with my mum and felt close to her like I always do.
So that's what we've been doing here at Blue Wave. That's what we love to do. And one of the mottos that we live by is we live and breathe Pacific. So what we're going to do is if you want to book a photo shoot for you and your family, we can even blow these up into a large canvas for you. We can print it out, send it as a gift for anyone. Definitely click on the link below. Give us a DM on Blue Wave page on Facebook or email hannah@bluewave.co.nz, but the link is definitely below. So feel free to get in advance if you want to book for December or October. That's okay. Just send us an email.
They were beautiful.
Yeah.
I got really emotional while I was watching that video. So make sure you book in, guys.
That's really good. Awesome. So now we're going to get back to Reese. We wanted to ask you, what is your long-term plan in business? Like, what are some goals you're wanting to achieve maybe 5 to 10 years from now?
Sure. So my long-term plan. My long-term plan.
Don't worry, it's a Samoan show.
My long-term plan is to do it full time. We were meant to do it full time last year, but then COVID hit, so that threw our plans out of the water. And also, I'm studying at the moment, so once,
Did you say you're also studying? Oh my God.
What are you studying?
Business.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Business, yeah. So I'm hoping once I finish my studies, I'll take it on, full time. Hopefully. So,
That's amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm just still trying to wrap my head around how you're a business owner, you work full time, you're
Kids.
a mother,
oh my God.
you have a husband and you have kids.
And studying.
And you're studying.
And you're Samoan.
Oh, thanks.
Imagine all the other family commitments.
Now, for our viewers that are watching and are interested in opening up their business, whether it be a grazing board business or any sort of business, what advice would you give them?
If I was to give any, in order to be successful, you have to find what you're passionate about. And I think don't jump into a business just because it's trending or because another member in your family is doing it. I think it's really important. No matter how you aspire, if you don't love what you're doing, you won't enjoy it. You won't appreciate the journey. So you have to find that passion, drive it, because passion is fuel. And I find that because I love what I do, it doesn't matter you know, how many hours I spent baking for you guys. It's, yeah, that passion just fuels me. And people always say, man, you're crazy because, you know, you run on 3 hours sleep, but I love it. It's yeah, I love what I do, and you have to find that passion and run with it. The other thing is, know who your target market is, know who your customers are, get in touch with them, and write a business plan. It's so important. You have to have goals. Like, you can't run a business without goals. Long term, I live on goals. Like, I have daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals.
That's awesome. So I hope you guys have written all of that down. So it's you got to have passion for it. You got to write down your goals, have a business plan. So it can't just be passion for
And
like
know
a
your
day or
target
two. It
market.
has to last you quite a while to get you through those ups and those downs as
Exactly.
well, huh?
Oh, awesome. Just to get into something else, we're going to be having a new person on our show who's coming in twice weekly.
Okay.
He's in health as well.
All right.
And so he's a coach, he does fitness programs. So he's going to be coming onto our show, and he's going to be showing families how to make, because there's this whole idea that, you know, healthy food is expensive. So he's going to be bringing in food and showing families how to buy dinner on a budget for a family of 6 to 8. So he's going to be coming on our show for the next 2 times a week, and he's going to be sharing a lot of tips and stuff like that. Are you into like any health stuff at all, or are you just like into hospitality?
I am, and it's part of the reason why we've put this alternative way to eat for our people. When we did our market research, we found that I think 60% of Pacific Islanders were obese, and especially in Auckland. And so when I joined up with the Kitchen Project, it was the grazing concept. Like I said, you know, I'm not dissing our buffet meals. I love it myself, but an alternative to that is to graze, and to have veggies, to have fruits on your table all the time. And so we're just trying to normalize that, really. And you'll see that on my tables there's always fruits, colourful veggies on my tables. And I think people are slowly coming around to, hey, it's normal to have this at our event, at our birthday, at our wedding.
Exactly, because we need some solutions, we need some different alternative solutions to try to encourage Pasifika people to eat healthier. And things like that. So we just, I was talking about Alessio before, he's the fitness coach. So we just have a video that we want to play of what his show's going to look like within the next few months.
Fitness changed my life. Ka ua ke le soifo malolo ina tangata. Anga le fitness le o wa inga le mea lo we le taimi nei so o le routine le fitness le wa fa nga yo yel mato ainga mata me le lava lo moe. So we do a lot of good recovery stuff at home. Lava le moe le me ai tau sami. Mato anga savali ma exercise. I've got to make sure I live the lifestyle before I go out and reach out other people and apply the same to the community. So ta ua te lelo sa vali la ngaluenga le fai. Ona watu rolia ta watu tangata. Ole mea le a ngalo so ifu maloloin. Ai mese ka ko sa mo so. Kwa mga o mia la verse soani. I mean o a ursa mo. E yelo o nganga e kaunga ko e baku le famamianga le mo ta to sa mo. Fifika ko faspo. Sa o le tala Uber Eat, make life easier. Take away, make our life easier. So what I teach is to take people back to basic. Go focus le recovery. Le lava le moe tangata wa matang fa nga ke de fongi iska ka le wa moe ma ke fongi. That's another thing, so come fire lava le moe. Even going back home and cook your own food. Ka ua ia. Se lise me le nga Uber Eats a fa nga so for Uber Eats. Ja. Kwa fa le kongo nga le me. Lise me ka ua o le mele kwa everyone's so comfortable at home. Ma le ala lunga ke ka vale, so ko ke fale lo ku ke lunga couch. O ka Uber Eats uma lise aso ko so o ku ka manga. Ko ingalo a ko sa vali le fiafi. Le excuse mu wale lo ke fa longo I kongo o kangaka. Fa mai e pisi. Everyone's busy. Mo ia. But a faye priority a oilo wa inga, low health. You can always find time to exercise, even just for 10 minutes. So ole ngalwenga family fai. We need to teach people to go back to basic and focus on themselves and focus on recovery.
So many people say, like you're saying, people don't have time to make healthy food. Another one is it's too expensive. To eat healthy, to feed 6 kids, What do you say to that?
Expensive food, there's a reason why you come kame because it's for your health. Whakakaingala, ka kou for me come kame ai. Ai kupu malfa sa mo pe yese pinko pe yese soso. So le ai lo koko Allah. Se lau le lua se lau ka la ingores ko inga ia. I'm not here to judge, but on mea ia va ai o mata mo o chilo mo experience ai. Okay, so for I kele okay. I fai ko fa ka me ai le. Se fa me ka va ai fa sif Samoa. Allah. Se lau ka la kongo le people va sif Samoa. I fai ko fa ka me ai fa me ka. I mean mentality ka ko. They don't really look at their health. That's an honesty opinion from me because lo ba ai ka ka la ko so fu malolo inga fa ka wa ka ko me fai kile nga lo so fu malolo ina o nga wenga la family fai again ko fa fo I le basics, take you back to basic, focus on yourself, go educate ka ia ma fa ka wa la so fu malolo inga because there's so many people die at young age and I'm saying around 40 years old. I mean honestly I've seen a lot of people are struggling at the moment. So ka ua ia le pokala me le family, especially our TV, just to educate people to get better. Linka va is kamalinga mali. I mean, I saw him post something on his page a day before that or 2 days before that. And my former lease kama. I mean, it's so sad to see people dying. I mean, he was happy, but seeing him gone just like that, I saw he fully le malius kama. Oversized la po Achilles kama. So what I'm trying to say, underestimate ka nga le lako health. Ai kupuro se mea. Then they react, but it's too late. So ka hua ia ka kopukala mele fai just to reach out and help people and educate people to live in a healthy lifestyle, which is something that you can do it at home. Kere ka usul ka avale alu o e mawhainga whai ko le family ka ko ngaruenga le lungo le online. Pe whaunga ka ko TV le wale la aluar ka ko pokala mele le koe mo. Whāwainga tā o tatou pokala me momua. O lo walule le whaamolostino. I'm going to help you and give you a homework to do at home. Pe te alu te savali. Me alonga lua. Wora. Tā ua I o le vai. Ia lava le vai I te tono lo tino I aso lava. Lon tolu, o lau me ai tau sami, your food, your nutrition. Make sure you eat the right food to feed your body, not your emotion. Se ai ka whaspua apea o la sa, Ai le wha pia whaspoa mea kai au le songa fua kau le sala e alwe mat whaspoa masima. Make sure you make the right food choices. Ma le lona wha. Sleep. Ka ua ki relo moe ia lava lau moe. Ia lava le fitu i tu la o malo lolo tino. A wā ae moe ngā le koru i kula e ke fia moe le aso a kua la ngai leo lava lau malolo. So tato mea la na e wha Looking forward to see you guys on the next one.
Guys, I really think we need to start trading now because after watching that video, I feel so unfit, so unhealthy. And like Alessio said, if you don't make time for your health, you're gonna have to make time for your illness.
That woke me up.
I feel like I'm gonna have to make time for my illness.
Exactly.
But like honestly, I mean, like Alessio says a lot, fitness changed his life. It's gonna have to change our life as well, guys, and it's gonna change your life. So even if you drink 8 glasses of water a day, you know, all that fitness is probably crediting to Alessio's good hair all the time. Or like he's always very well shaved, great hair. But definitely check out Fit Family. He's going to be on Blue TV twice a week. We will keep you updated with the times and the days. But I'm really looking forward to that because I really need to get motivated into.
How amazing was that video?
To working out.
Alessio has such a good way of driving a point across. Like it hurts, but it's good. Do you know
it's
what
almost
I mean?
like a slap across the face, and it's like you gotta wake
hurts,
up, right?
But we need it.
Yeah, exactly. And he says it in Samoan too, and as you know, everything hits deeper in Samoan. So all the advice that he gave on that video is so true. And you know, speaking on an encouraging level, because he was so encouraging, he made me want to go back to the gym. I might be signing up to Fit Family. Make sure you check out Fit Family.
Careful, Hannah, because you have said that on camera now. So he might be calling you saying,
I've said it on camera now.
On Tuesday, you did mention you're gonna
Exactly. But check out Fit Family. Check out their website. We'll have them linked below on this video. And after all that encouraging talk, I just wanted to ask you, you know, what are some of the best parts that you've had in business or in your journey so far?
I think the best part for me is having my family involved, having my family work with me, like my kids, and especially my mum, having my mum in the kitchen, help us prep, and then having my husband do deliveries. I think it's it's so fulfilling when you're doing it together as a family, and you're doing it together because you love, you know, that's what you do, and our kids getting involved, and then our wider family getting involved.
Amazing.
That's probably the best thing.
Yeah. And just sticking on that, you know, you say you have all the support and you love the support that you get, but who are the top 3 people you look up to?
Oh yes.
Right.
Good question.
That's a hard question too.
Okay. So for me, like the legacy of sacrifice is something that fuels me. You know, my migration story, and I think the number one person that I would mention would be my mum. You know, who sacrificed a lot for this story, for this migration story. So it'll be her. Second one would be I have 2 parents. So I've got my second parents, which is Mama Tai and Joe Devoe. They were my rock when we moved here. So this is part of their dream, and I'm kind of like part of the fruit of their labour. So they're probably
I love that so much. So if you guys are watching, shout out to you guys.
Thank you.
I'm sure they must be very proud of you.
So thank you.
Exactly.
Thanks, guys.
And did you want to say any last words before we wrap this up? Unfortunately,
I do. Thank you, BluTable Talanoa, for having me. Bea, who's behind, I can see in her office. Thank you also to the cameraman. Thank you to these 2 beautiful ladies. BluTable Talanoa, you know, it's so refreshing. It's so lovely to have our own platform for our own people. And I know that for each and every one of us, we all have a migration story to tell. And whether you are first, second or third generation migration, and even whether you're born here, you've, you know, either your parents or your grandparents have a migration story, and they're good. Like, they are important. We need to document them, we need to record them, and we need to have that presence online somewhere. And so that is where you guys come in, and it's you guys and the likes of Tangata Pacifica or Coconut TV, and I feel like it's breaking down the social stigma out there about our people. And also shout out to Laura from the Pacific Business Hub, who's doing amazing things for our people. Thank you, Laura. And every time I talk to her, this is always, Laura, make sure you get in touch with me if you need help. And that's special. Like, that means a lot for a small business person like myself, who is out there and not having a lot of people out there to ask for help. So that means a lot. Thank you, Laura, and thank you, BluTable Talanoa, for having me. It's such a privilege to be here. I'm honoured.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for being on the show. Guys, make sure that you go on to Facebook and Instagram and follow Nesian Bites. Slide into her DMs. Find out when you can order. Not like that, guys.
Not like a stalker.
Make sure you order, because as you saw from those photos, they look absolutely delicious. And like Reese did mention, shout out to Laura. She is an amazing rock for the team here at the Pacific Business Hub. If you guys want to get in touch with Laura or with any of the other businesses located right here under this one roof, make sure you just go on to the Pacific Business Hub Facebook or website. We're all here to help. And make sure you also book in for those cultural photo shoots, because they're going to be amazing.
And share your stories.
Yes.
Contact the team and share those migration stories.
Yes. Absolutely. So if you do want to come on the show and share your story, like the amazing Reese has done here, just email Hannah at hannah@bluewave.co.nz, or you can slide into our DMs as well. So thank you so much, guys. It's been a really interesting segment today. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Any last shout outs? We should probably shout out again to Reese's mom, husband, kids.
Shout out to all my family watching. Thank you for 5 of yous watching.
Awesome. Thank you so much, ladies. We'll see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. on BluTable Talanoa. Have a great evening.
Natuleli mau osa tele na mea. Ona vinga na menino I love alone of Lea. Tala ni wa utatu maua ia faila ina ia manaya. Foi ele te pode tole tawi tali filo kama oni. Ia pese madie. Na te fate au timu ai sau la opie. Tangata Uatilima walalo ai letulanga Ba aile na forma walalo tau sama anga